I didn't fail because I couldn't code. I failed because I coded too much. I built the SaaS completely solo from the front end, back end, authentication, database, AI features, everything. And I made a lot of mistakes. Mistakes, real ones, that cost me weeks of time and a lot of mental energy. Today, I'm here to share with you these mistakes. So if you are building your first SaaS product, you don't repeat these mistakes and easily you can avoid them. The product is called SahelWork. So I built it. It will help freelancers and small businesses to manage their clients, quotes, proposals, invoices, contracts, and everything related to their business. I built it as a self-taught developer, and in this method of learning by doing or learning while building, it's powerful, but also it's dangerous. So, without any further ado, let's talk about the first mistake. My first mistake was building too much too early. So I had the full version of my SaaS in my head, how my SaaS at the end should look like, what the features should include, and everything. So freelancers can manage their business with their client easier. So my SaaS should have like a feature of quotes, proposals, contracts, invoices, and one beautiful dashboard that will include all of these features together in one place. And surely they should all connect it together to support the freelancer's workflow. So here's the main point of this mistake. So instead of validating one core feature, I kept adding more and more and more. It felt like a progress, but actually I was avoiding the feedback. So here is the lesson I learned from this mistake I want to share with you so you don't repeat it, which is building more features doesn't mean making your SaaS better. If I had the time to go back, I should build one core pain, one problem for one user with one simple flow. Moving to the second mistake I made, and this one cost me a lot of time designing the database too early. So I tried to model everything up front, adding all the features, database tables at once with their plan. So I added the quotes feature with all their columns and the relationships between the proposals, contract, invoices, all connected together to the parent user perfectly. I was using Drizzle as a ORM based the SQL and with the Neon for our database also. It felt like a clean and correct, but as I kept building the product, the reality hit. Because as I said in the first mistake, I was building too much features. So at this point, I thought, why I should not have like a project feature or a tasks feature so freelancers can organize their work better with every project with their client. I thought adding the feature of projects, it will be amazing. At this point, I faced the problem, which is adding another feature in my app. That means I have to change the database, and that changed also the relationship between all our tables in the database, and removing some of the columns, adding types, removing others, changing migrations, and writing migration again and again. So at some point, I wasn't building features anymore. I was fighting my own database design. So what I learned from this lesson, and I'm going to share with you here, which is database shouldn't design for the future. It should be designed for the next version only of your SaaS or your app or your product, which is the beta version. And the second thing, you don't need the perfect schema. You need a schema that survives changes. That's the conclusion of our second mistake. Let's move on to the third mistake. This mistake was switching core tools too many times, especially payment and authentication. So for the payment, I tried Stripe, which is a well-known globally international payment gateway. It's used uh, by so many payment operation around the world, and which is it has one negativity, which is it's limited for some of the countries around the world. I also tried Lemon Squeezy, which is amazing. It also has the feature of calculating the taxes based on each country law. For the authentication, I tried 3 ways, which is the third one, Clerk. It's amazing, but let's start with Supabase. Supabase, I highly recommend if you wanted to build your SaaS with one solution for all. It helps you for the database, authentication, storage, edge functions, and etc. Everything you need for your application backend, Supabase will help you with that. You have to pay attention to this Supabase, which is it's like a bit priceless. The prices here is high, but it's worth to you. The second authentication tool here I tried, which is auth.js, and this one it's amazing. It's amazing if you want a full control of your application authentication. You can build everything from scratch and control every function in this in your authentication in the application. And the third one I like, which I like the most, it's Clark. Clark, it comes with the pre-built features. So with one element or one tag, you can run your authentication like login or logout component immediately in your authentication page. So for the payment internationally, I ended up using Lemon Squeezy. It's allowed in a lot of countries around the world. Also, I had to support tools which support the Algeria currency, Algeria dinar, and I ended up using this amazing Algerian tool. It's locally a payment gateway for Algeria users, so they can pay with their Dahabia card or SIP, which is amazing by the way. I remember when I was implementing these tools, I ended up confusing and spent 2 or 3 hours just implement the functions for each user, which is internationally or locally for this payment in my pricing page in the SaaS, which is people can choose with the paying with DZ with Dina Algeria, or they can pay with PayPal and MasterCard in dollar or any currency they want. So here is the lesson from this mistake I can share with you. Pick boring, proven tools and stick with them longer than you think. That's my advice for you. Another mistake I made was avoiding AI tools for too long. I was coding in VS Code without any AI assistant, while other developers were already using tools such as like Cursor for auto typing or AI agent. They're using also tools such as Cloud, and this Cursor, it's amazing tool, but I avoided them in purpose because I was learning. I didn't want to use AI without understanding what code I was writing. That part wasn't wrong. What I got wrong was thinking AI will replace my learning instead of supporting it. And the cost of this mistake, because I avoided using AI, was spending too much time doing stuff and things AI can do it in fraction of seconds, such as like writing a boilerplate code for me, or making like the refactoring code, or for the edge cases, or even like a debugging patterns. So here is the lesson I learned from this mistake, and I want you also to listen carefully to this. AI shouldn't write code for you. AI should explain code for you, reviewing it, and speed you up. Once I started using AI as a co-pilot instead of crutch, my workflow and productivity in development completely changed. I can say with trust, my productivity like duplicated 10 times. That's what I can say about AI. It's amazing thing. Of course, AI can write code better than any human, but the human has the control, and you understand it. That was my 4 mistakes I've made while I'm building my SaaS. So if you want more mistakes to share with you, just comment below and I will try to make the next video about this other mistakes. So in conclusion, what I'm going to say now is I don't regret building this SaaS. I don't regret even also making these mistakes. These mistakes, they taught me more than any tutorials around the world. Even I can say, I really now believe in people they saying, for example, building by doing with your own project, it's better than a 20 grand course or tutorial. That's true. And I advise you to, if you are learning coding, just pick a project and put all what you are learning on it, even if it's suck, but that will teach you better any teacher. So if you are building something now and you are feeling stuck, don't think you are behind. You are in the right path and you are learning with the hard way. So if you are building something and you are stuck on, you can just comment below and I will really happy to help you with anything. I read every comment, and if you are still here, I want to thank you for listening to all this video, and don't forget to subscribe and share the video or just take notes. That would be helpful for you if you are building your SaaS. So thank you so much guys, and I will see you in the next video.